In this video, we're going to be talking about graphing quadratics. So the first thing you want to do when you graph a quadratic is to find the vertex. And we'll do that using the vertex formula, which is h comma k equals negative b over 2a times f of negative b over 2a. So let's identify our a, b, and c for our example. So a is always our number in front of our x squared, which is negative 1. B is our number in front of our x, which is 2. And c is always our number by itself, which is 1. So to find h, we're going to do negative b over 2a, which is equal to negative 2 over 2 times negative 1, which gives us 1. To find k, we plug our h into our function, so we'll have f of 1. So we're going to have negative 1 squared plus 2 times 1 plus 1, which gives us 2. So our vertex is the point 1, 2. So let's go ahead and plot our vertex. So it's at x equals 1, y equals 2, so it's right there. Okay, so the next thing I suggest is building a table because I find that's the easiest way to keep things neat. So we're going to have an x column and we're going to have an f of x column. And finally, we're going to have a y column. So our vertex, we want it to be in the middle because parabolas are symmetric and we know that our axis of symmetry goes straight through our vertex. So let's put that in the middle. And then let's choose points on either side of our vertex that are the same distance away. So if my vertex is 1, I'll choose 0 and I'll choose 2 because each of those is 1 in the x direction away from my vertex. And then I'll choose negative 1 and I'll choose 3. So when I plug these in, when I plug in 0 and 2, I should get the same y value. And when I plug in negative 1 and 3, I should get the same y value. So first, we know that our vertex y coordinate is 2. So let's start plugging things in and seeing what we get. So if I plug in 0, I have negative 0 squared plus 2 times 0 plus 1. That's 1. So what that tells me is that if I plug in 2, I should get the same thing. But let's check it just to be sure. So if I have negative 2 squared plus 2 times 2 plus 1. So I have negative 4 plus 4 plus 1. So that's going to give me 1. So those were symmetric like they were supposed to be. So next, let's move out one more and go to negative 1. So I'm going to get negative 1 squared plus 2 times negative 1 plus 1. So that's going to come out to be negative 2. Then I have negative 3 squared plus 2 times 3 plus 1, which comes out to be negative 2. So now I have a list of points. I have the points negative 1, negative 2, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 3, negative 2. So now all I need to do is plot these points and they'll show me the basic shape of my parabola. So we have negative 1, negative 2, just there, and we have 0, 1, and we have 2, 1, and we have 3, negative 2. So we have a parabola that looks basically like that.